In a heartfelt St. David's Day message, the Princess of Wales surprised the nation by speaking entirely in Welsh alongside Prince William, winning praise across Wales. Meanwhile, turmoil surrounds Prince Andrew, as reports claim the disgraced Duke is gripped by paranoia, fearing he's a target even after losing his royal honours. Welcome to Reality Flash, where the drama unfolds and the stories captivate. Join us as we delve into the intriguing world of royal family, revealing the untold tales and hidden truths behind the headlines. In a delightful surprise that captured the affection of the public, the Princess of Wales recently delivered her first official public message spoken entirely in Welsh. Alongside her husband, Prince William, Catherine celebrated St. David's Day through a video broadcast shared across the royal couple's social media channels. The thoughtful gesture, aimed particularly at the people of Wales, was met with widespread admiration. Adorned with bright yellow daffodils, the traditional national emblem of Wales, the royal pair conveyed a warm, authentic greeting that resonated deeply. Prince William kicked off the video with a spirited Welsh introduction, setting a joyful and celebratory tone. However, it was Catherine's ensuing remarks that truly captivated the audience. She spoke affectionately and clearly about the deep bond the couple shares with the Welsh nation. Although English subtitles were provided at the bottom of the screen, many viewers pointed out they were barely necessary. Her natural pronunciation was widely praised as a remarkable achievement for a first public attempt. Online reactions were overwhelmingly positive, with thousands of netizens lauding the couple as perfect ambassadors and expressing genuine surprise at Catherine's authentic delivery. This touching digital broadcast followed closely on the heels of the couple's recent, highly personal tour of Powys. Known for boasting the highest number of volunteers per capita in the UK, the region served as an ideal backdrop for the royals to spotlight grassroots community initiatives. The trip underscored William and Catherine's profound, hands-on connection to everyday Welsh life ahead of the national holiday. Their itinerary commenced in Llanidloes at a vibrant community hub known as the Hanging Gardens. Far more than just a meeting spot, this facility acts as a beacon of social support and sustainability. It features a cafe, an indoor market, performance spaces, community gardens, workshops, and kitchens. Mingling with the local volunteers who keep the centre thriving, the Prince and Princess actively pitched in with preparations for the upcoming St. David's Day festivities, demonstrating a grounded, roll-up-your-sleeves approach to royal duties. The royal tour then moved to Newtown, where the couple visited the Oriel Davies Gallery. Here, the focus shifted to the therapeutic power of creativity. They explored a dedicated art program designed to bolster the mental well-being and confidence of local youth, funded by the Alexandra Reinhard Memorial Award. Through artistic expression connected with nature, young participants are encouraged to explore their cultural identity and emotions safely. William and Catherine spent time conversing with these young creators and observing a live workshop. Additionally, Catherine enjoyed a quiet, meaningful interaction in the gallery's cafe with a group of individuals actively practicing the Welsh language, an experience that likely inspired and honed her own subsequent St. David's Day address. To conclude their Powys journey, the royal couple attended a special gathering at Hafan Wyr Afon, a contemporary heritage and cultural centre situated along the banks of the River Severn. Coordinated by the Powys Association of Voluntary Organisations, the event brought together charity leaders, community advocates, and daily volunteers from all over the county. Rather than sticking to formal, rigid protocol, the engagement was marked by the couple's relaxed and approachable demeanour. They listened intently to touching accounts of community service, resilience, and compassion, asking insightful questions and celebrating the unsung heroes of the region. Ultimately, both the immersive visit to Powys and the widely praised St. David's Day video illustrated a modern monarchy eager to connect with its people on a deeply cultural and personal level. By taking the time to learn the Welsh language, and by spotlighting local charitable efforts, the Prince and Princess of Wales sent a powerful message of unity and respect. As noted by royal observers, their willingness to embrace the culture, from wearing a simple daffodil to mastering a native greeting, proved that thoughtful, authentic gestures can forge enduring bonds with the public. Next update. Stripped of his royal titles, Prince Andrew's downfall was initially perceived by the public as the final chapter of his disgrace. However, emerging reports suggest that losing his ceremonial honours was merely the beginning. Today, the Duke of York is reportedly consumed by severe paranoia, living in constant fear for his life and believing he is a target marked for silencing. With his taxpayer-funded police protection revoked and his royal immunity shattered, Andrew is entirely exposed. Once shielded by an elite security apparatus, the former prince now views every unfamiliar face and unexpected noise as a potential threat. His current living situation serves as a stark reflection of his diminished standing. Ousted from the grandeur of Royal Lodge, Andrew has been relocated to Wood Farm, a modest cottage on the outskirts of the Sandringham estate. Yet, this is far from a peaceful countryside retirement. It functions more as a strict containment strategy orchestrated by King Charles. The monarch has effectively placed his brother under a form of house arrest. Andrew reportedly cannot leave the estate without explicit royal permission, and any approved excursions are heavily shadowed and monitored. His social life is equally restricted, with all visitors requiring strict prior clearance from the palace, transforming even casual gatherings into bureaucratic security risks. Furthermore, palace directives have barred him from public-facing activities, including his lifelong passion for horseback riding, citing severe optical and security concerns. At the core of Andrew's profound psychological unraveling is the lingering shadow of Jeffrey Epstein. 6 years after the disgraced financier's death behind bars in 2020, Andrew allegedly views the conspiracy theory surrounding Epstein's demise not as internet gossip, but as a chilling blueprint. He fears that those who carry heavily guarded secrets become liabilities that the establishment will not hesitate to eliminate. In this sea of isolation, the Duke's only remaining anchors are his daughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie. The broader royal family has executed a tactical retreat, establishing a defensive perimeter to protect the crown, leaving the two sisters to bear the immense emotional burden of supporting their isolated father. Royal commentators, including Robert Jobson, have expressed pure shock that the young women were ever allowed to be adjacent to Epstein's orbit in the first place. Conversely, his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, has conspicuously vanished from the public eye. Following the recent release of unredacted Epstein documents, the Duchess of York has reportedly gone off the grid for 6 months. Rumors place her in remote hideouts, ranging from Donegal and the UAE to a private Swiss wellness clinic. Royal expert Ingrid Seward heavily criticized Ferguson, attributing her entanglement with predators to a toxic mix of greed, stupidity, and an obsessive wanting. The ultimate symbol of Andrew's collapse reportedly occurred on February 18, 2026. On what was his 66th birthday, rather than receiving traditional royal tributes, he allegedly spent 11 grueling hours in custody at the Aylsham police station. Stripped of all ceremonial dignity and prestige, the imagery from that night depicted a graying, disheveled man, a stark contrast to the once celebrated Falklands War hero. The physical and psychological toll of his current reality is undeniably evident, with sources claiming he is suffering from severe sleep deprivation and barely eating. What began as a public scandal has ultimately morphed into the total erasure of a royal figure. Prince Andrew's current existence is a cautionary tale of a man trapped behind closed doors, crushed by the weight of his own past, and waiting for the final curtain to drop on his public life. For more of the latest updates and behind-the-scenes secrets from royal family, make sure to hit subscribe and ring that bell. Stay in the know with every new release.